All right. Coverage is underway. You want out, buddy? All right, teams are taking the field. And anybody who might be watching, it must be pretty weird to actually see us on camera. It's been quite a while. So let's get this show on the road. Also, I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Yeah. Any sound problems, let me know. So I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know if I'm going to be joined by anyone. It just may be myself going solo. So Priest, JF Priest, what's up, man? Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, that's something. The two things I really want to see today that I'm looking forward to is the running backs group and maybe the defensive backfield, linebackers. Oh, also the kicking game. I want to see how that works today too, how that goes. There's no secret. I mean, kicking was atrocious last year.
What are you looking for in terms of building that momentum today? I just want to make sure I understand the opportunity we have.
Excuse me.
I want to see them execute. I want to see you go out there and do your job on that play. This is a test of your preparation. We want to test you. We'll see how it goes after this.
All right, here we go. Just talked to Freeman and. Okay, for those of you not watching, no different than last year. 3 scrimmage periods, 4 series per period, no kickoffs, ball placed at various spots. Each drive will consist of minimum 6 plays. Okay, let me put this on the screen. Okay, I'll say it. I wish J-Love had one more year at Notre Dame. He left so much potential on the college field. Yeah, I wish. Well, he did have one more chance to come back. Oh, we just have someone popped up. Tanner, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Sean? You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Me too, man.
And I put our background in. I don't know what happened to it. There we go.
He wants to be the right protection every time. He wants to change the run face.
Man, I got really, really high hopes for CJ Carr, and I don't think I'm being crazy.
No,
he's the guy.
His first full year starting, he did phenomenal.
It's the first time that we've had Notre
Dame. I have high hopes for him too.
Was to be the false starter at CJ Carr. Well, Speedy does. A lot of new faces out there as well. Mylan Graham in motion, new receiver from Ohio.
Perfect ball.
From the first place.
So I don't know if we're synced up exactly, Sean. I just saw him throw the first pass complete.
Yeah, you're like a split second ahead of me.
Okay, all right.
8-yard pickup for Carr on the first throw. Let's just see how he runs this first series. We know he was so poised last year. It feels like everyone thinks he can even take it up another notch this year in year 2. On second,
Okay.
Williams is in the game as the back. Carr rolls right, throws. There's Miley Graham. Schuler lays him out.
Good ball, better defense.
It was. Now this guy. So Jerry, are you being a smartass or just stating facts?
Right, CJ is so good at throwing on the rough edge. Just sets up here. He's always going to give this guy a chance. That's one thing CJ's going to do.
Maybe a little both.
Well, it's like we know it's been since then. Tell us something we don't know.
They expect a lot out of him. He's really popped in the spring. Don Schuler, the captain, makes him earn it. Now it's 3rd down and 2. Williams is the back. He'll get the handoff, and he's got the first.
Yeah, I didn't realize until a graphic popped up that there's never been a team to produce 2 first-round draft picks at the same position. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. I wasn't sure about Price. I wasn't sure if he was going to go in the first round or not. But that is awesome.
Yeah, slipped right in there at the last second.
CJ's going to target a ton.
CJ,
One for sure.
Raved about him and Nolan James Jr. The guy will probably see second. Their ability in the pass game. Of course, Aeneas had that big catch in the Orange Bowl against Penn State 2 years ago. Was hampered by injury last year. He's going to get a toss here and make the catch at midfield before going out of bounds. There he is in the pass game.
See, that's what I like seeing, just smart little plays like that.
Yeah, CJ's on. He's on, man.
It's just difficult. Would you like to name any
But,
names?
yeah, JF Priest. Yeah, he has technically 3 more years of eligibility here.
But he did there
CJ. But some people are saying he goes pro after this year, but we'll see.
Look at good defense.
That was a nice ball, but that was nice defense too.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, you want to get on here and talk? Say something.
This is awesome. CJ.
Here's the link. Here's the link in the comment section.
Chance in the boundary.
Get your smart ass on here and talk to us.
So we're going to see that a lot today.
Seen for the defensive backs today. Go against
Now get your bastard mouth on here and talk to us.
Well, we could address that. Even I mean, still can't win anything. It's not true. We won 2 major bowl games, right? We won Orange Bowl champs. Not this last year, but 2 years ago. I mean, they made it to the championship game. Just Ohio State. No one was beating that team.
Yeah, this guy is probably a bandwagon fan. If I had to guess, probably an Indiana fan. Some team that's had a lot of success. So it's easy to be with a team that wins regularly. But myself, I'm not going to jump ship just because things haven't been going well for a while.
Yeah, but they
far
are now.
As far as championships, I mean.
Yeah, but there's only one team that can win the championship every year. Does that mean the other 150 teams are losers? It's like, no. There's a lot of good teams. Look at I stopped keeping track. Ohio State had like 8 or 9 draft picks so far in the draft.
Yeah,
And they're not Big Ten champs and they're not national champs. So are they just losers? No, they're very, very good, incredibly talented, but it's not all or nothing.
No, I want to see if this bastard actually gets on here and says something.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, no, all you puss bags, show your face. It's easy to get on here and shoot your mouth off. But what's next? The conference? Join a conference? Is that coming up next?
You know, if someone can explain to me why Notre Dame should join a conference, I'll listen. But I have yet to hear a good reason. Like why? They have a path to the playoff. They have a path to the championship game. People want to play them. Like, no, write your own ticket.
Really?
Well, and the thing is, it's not like, and Mike Golick said this years ago. It's not like the NCAA and the playoff committee It's not like they're demanding this stuff from them. The playoff committee and the NCAA are offering this stuff to them.
Yeah, why wouldn't you take it? Someone offers me something that I want.
But
Yeah, I'm taking it.
to answer this guy's question, let us know how the wide receivers look. So far through one drive, they're looking pretty good. CJ has he's had some good passes.
Yeah, defense is very, very much improved. Like the past 3-4 years, they're bringing in dudes.
Well, we got two guys from Ohio State. You still have Jordan Faison coming back. A lot of talent coming back. Yes, that's true. And you know what? People are probably expecting me to say certain things about Indiana and Signetti. Yeah, you're so original, Jerry. Oh my God, get on here and tell us about it, puss bag. Show your fucking face.
That's actually not true though, so it doesn't bother me. They beat Penn State. That was a good team. They beat a lot of good teams.
Oh, nice catch. Cam Williams, there's a guy that I'm looking to see emerge. So, Jerry, since he's just being a typical douchebag, he's gone. You know, he's not. If you're not going to get on here and show your face, if you're just going to run your mouth, then you're gone.
Perfect ball. Well, there was really nowhere to put that ball other than the defense was too good, but he put it somewhere where it's either offense or incomplete. No pick. Right? Did you see how high he threw that one?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
He's one of the backups, Blake Hebert.
Oh, Blake. Okay, yeah. Here we go. I like that throw. I like that decision, though. If you're going to throw that ball, you got to put it high.
Well, and also if it wasn't there, then it wasn't there. So that was
exactly.
You just got to control what you can control. These guys don't want to compare what everyone's doing today. Just control your feet. It's been awesome to get to know this last year. He's got a unique skill set. I think we're going to see him run a little bit today, which is something he's very good.
What do you think about this running out of the pistol?
It's worth giving it a shot. I mean, it's nothing new. Yeah, this
the idea there, you're trying to spread them out, right? We get the defense to spread out down there real close.
Some other guys getting development guys getting ready to go. They wanted size there, and size is not everything, but it is a huge focus.
Second and goal as Hebert has the offense on the move here. Walton still is back. A couple of receivers. They put Elijah Burris in motion in his second spring game.
Oof. Nice. All right. That was a good play by Hebert just to get that snap and put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah.
Is that Joey O'Brien? No, Jonas Walton. We got a couple 20s on this team.
Yeah, you can have one number per side or one.
Okay, so Jonas is a freshman, huh? All right.
Well, I was going to say we're going to get to know a lot of the running backs today. No problem, dude. It's nice to have you.
There's our guy, Spencer Porath.
So 2164, what's up, my man? Jonas Walton, there's a lot of names we're going to have to get used to here. Because I know behind Aeneas Williams, there was Kedron Young. And
Keeper's supposed to be an animal. I want to see him go out today.
I'm sure we will.
Did you watch the draft?
Yeah, I watched night one.
Nice.
And I watched a little bit last night, but we were celebrating a family member's birthday. So I've been keeping tabs on what the Bears did. Some interesting moves there. Wasn't expecting them to get that draft that tight end out of Stanford.
Yeah.
But
I realized what kind of a bubble I live in watching the draft, because they call Jeremiah Love. I'm like, there, yes, great pick, Jeremiah Love. And then I didn't know who the rest of the players were. Like, if he's not a Notre Dame guy, I'm not interested. And then finally, the last pick, Price gets taken.
well, that's the thing. It's just hard to keep up with everybody,
especially like linemen, like D linemen and O linemen. I've found that I paid way more attention to like the skill players. I knew all the quarterbacks and the wide receivers, but I didn't know any of those linemen.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They're very valued. We all know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But,
you have a good line, you're gonna have a good team. They're like the unsung heroes.
But they're not the ones that are making the plays. Did who get drafted? Price?
Fields.
Oh, Fields.
Did Fields get drafted?
Not yet. Okay, we got somebody that wants to come in, but device is not connected. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't looking at the field. I was trying to watch the play and the comment at the same time. I don't know if he's gotten drafted yet.
He did. He did. Yeah, he got drafted.
Who took him?
Oh, the Giants.
Okay. That's what happens when you're like this. You're like TV, screen, TV, screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw even Freeman was at the draft, and then he had to get on out of there because they had practice the next day. So he stayed to watch his guys, and then jumped on a plane back to South Bend.
Well, they've got a private jet, so I'm sure that was not a problem.
Dude, he's a rock star. You just look at the way, I don't know, good defense right there.
Well, and listen, to be fair, that's something we all have to remember during the spring games. We're playing ourselves here.
Yeah.
It's a team scrimmage, but that's the thing. I like this format a lot better, offense versus defense.
Yeah.
Because
ones versus ones.
Exactly. So I do like that concept a lot better than having it be a mix. Because each side of the ball is helping themselves out. I mean, we have a pretty damn good defense. Offense, despite what we lost, still has that potential. So this is the true meaning of making yourselves better.
Oh.
Nice ball. Oh, just slightly overthrown.
Did you see that they had coverage underneath and over the top there?
I did.
So he's got to get that exactly right to complete that. That's good D. When they shrink the window, it makes the throw way harder. So you have to either miss long, like he did there, or you have to hit it.
Yeah.
That's good defense.
Yeah.
Could have been a better throw, but you can't hit them all. They got Joe Otting, center.
We'll get to your question in a minute. Yeah, they're gonna have to get this running game. They're gonna have to figure something out. How is Michael Mayer doing? He stepped away for the Raiders for a few games for personal reasons. Will he be with them this year? I don't know, to be honest with you. So one of my family members lives in the area that Mayer grew up playing high school football in, and this is his words, not mine. Yeah, nothing there. This is his words, not mine. But he said that Mayer is just a big-time mama's boy.
What is that? What do you mean? Like
he got really homesick.
Oh,
like really, really homesick.
That's a tough one. Like,
I know.
What do you do with that? And that's hard to predict. but they got Brock Bowers there anyway. Like he's already got a tough time to make number one because Brock is very talented. You're already number two.
Well, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes, depending on what area you come from, homesick isn't exactly the most sensitive terms. You know,
Wow. Where's he from?
Kentucky,
Okay, now he lives in Vegas. Yeah.
Covington, Kentucky is I think where he grew up at. Yes, they are. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. As good as this defense has been playing, like I said, what better way to make your offense better? But yeah, since that one jerk that was here earlier, since he didn't want to grow a pair and get on here. Anybody who wants to come on and ask a question or has a comment, there's the link to get in. And yeah, don't be afraid to get on here and talk to us. Just show some respect is all we're asking. And I'll tell you one thing, that Jerry Mack guy, if that's a fake account of somebody who I think it is, then that dude needs to just grow up and get a life. I mean, for real.
Man, Notre Dame's always had haters, but
Well, that's nothing new. I know that, but I'm talking about like coming here to harass us. Of course, yeah, of course. They're always going to have haters without question.
Should be good to be back with the team in June and do well for the season.
Now in year 2 with Chris Ash, how has that
Yeah,
been?
Drake Bowen. That sucks not seeing him out on the field.
First of all, it's made everything a little more clear.
it does. However, we already know what he can do.
Yeah,
He doesn't need to play.
very true, very true.
You know, being able to.
So let's get it. Yeah, let's get his backups some action.
Yeah, is Viliamo Asa playing? I think he's injured too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's out as well.
Yeah, again, he doesn't need to play. I just want to see CJ Carr like make some reads, throw some balls. Let's see the young guys. See these kickers. The defense is already impressing me. They look really good. I want to see this Francis. Did you see that video of Francis Brew squatting? That Pittsburgh transfer?
No, I didn't. What was he doing?
Dude, hold on. I'm gonna pull up this video. He is very, very strong. He is a very strong boy.
Well, the way you said it, it's clear he was benching something ridiculous.
No, yeah, I was watching him squat.
Squatting, yeah.
Chris Ash ahead of this game. Drake Bowen said it's a lot.
What was it? 700 pounds or something insane.
Good God.
You know, when the year doesn't end the way you want it to go. They kind of have 8 weeks to get together and work.
685-pound squat, 475-pound bench press.
That is insane.
You remember what you squatted in high school? Wasn't 685, was it?
I don't even know if it was a quarter of that.
No, that's crazy, man.
I think the most that I was ever able to squat, this is going to sound pathetic, but I'm not an elite athlete either. But I think when I was squatting, I think the most I was able to do was 2 1/4.
I'm watching the video of Brew in the weight room. He's benching 475, which is insane. Good pass. That play just didn't develop the way it should right there. I mean, you got 6 yards, but
nope.
You call that play. Every time I see this play called, I'm wanting it to be. You remember that Arnaz Battle touchdown pass when they beat Michigan State?
Oh, man, I'll never forget watching that live, dude.
That's what every time I see this little, you can call it a tunnel or a jailbreak or a bubble. Everyone's got a different, that little screenplay. I'm waiting for him to break it like Arnaz did on that play.
Okay, we're going to have a little fun here. There's no prizes, but let's just enjoy the spirit of it. Anybody you can name the quarterback who threw that touchdown pass to Arnaz Battle, you get an attaboy. Who was the quarterback that threw that touchdown pass? Oh, that was a nice little decent run there. This defense doesn't give enough time for you. I'm sure you meant the offense, right? 2164.
One thing everyone's talking about, especially Denver, is how fast he's been able to pick up the play as a young freshman. That is not easy.
As soon as someone answers this question, I'm going to tell a story about the quarterback.
Sure.
Rolls right, throws on the run, incomplete. Was looking for Williams, and there is Eden Powell, who will be talked to later.
No big deal. 2164. Don't need to be sorry. We knew what you were talking about. Okay, we'll give it till the 26-minute mark, and then I'll give the answer. But it was 2002, Notre Dame at Michigan State. Quarterback throws like a 60-yard touchdown pass to Arnaz Battle to win the game.
Nice snap, and give it to Walton. For a first down. It's been pretty impressive here so far in the spring game. Every time he's touched it, pretty decisive results, but that's going to end its fourth series.
People watching this on playback that aren't live are screaming it out right now. People watching this on Sunday, they're yelling this quarterback's name.
Right now?
No, like the people who are in here live, they're not answering. But
Oh.
if you're watching this video at a different date, you're screaming the answer.
Yeah. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it was Pat Dillingham.
Oh, Pat Dillingham. Man, I was at the Boston College Notre Dame game in 2002.
Yes, you were right, JF Priest. Because I think, let's see, was the quarterback, the starter still Carlisle Holiday?
Yeah, I think he's hurt or something.
Yeah, he got hurt, and then they had to bring Dillingham in, and
so Dillingham comes in. Yeah, he throws the worst pick six I've ever seen in my entire life. He's getting sacked. This is the Boston College game.
I remember that.
He's getting sacked, and he just throws it right to the defender. Pick six, and that was the game.
But you know what? Notre Dame did get screwed in that game. There was a touchdown it was clear as day a touchdown, but the refs ruled it an incomplete pass.
The touchdown pass in the end zone. So, I was at the game, so I didn't see it till the next day. So I go home just feeling awful. I watched the highlights the next day, and that hurt even more. They should have won. However,
the dude's whole body was in the end zone.
I know.
How'd they call that out of bounds?
So similar, remember USC Notre Dame 05, the other green jersey game?
Yeah.
Brady Quinn was actually down short of the end zone. They gave him the touchdown, but his knee, when he drops back to pass, then he goes for the scramble. There's a play at the goal line, and his knee is down at the 2-yard line, and he's reaching over, and he's actually not in, but they give him the touchdown. Again, there's no replay back then, so Notre Dame has benefited and got screwed by replay and no replay. That game hurts too. I wish I would have been there to see that game. I wish harder they would have won. It still hurts, which probably says more about me.
No, there's still that pain and agony from the past, but
I was at that Nebraska game too. That was another heartbreaker. We had Joey score a touchdown. We had Julius scored both special teams touchdowns. So similar to that USC game, they had no business being that close, and they almost had Nebraska, and then they almost had USC. So those ones hurt.
Yeah. And for the longest time, I always wondered why they sat on the ball with a minute a minute and 20 seconds to go and 2
Yeah.
timeouts. But then I find out that, oh, Arna's Battle had a broken hand. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
There's some depth there this year. We talked a couple days ago. You said,
You know, I still think he would have been a special quarterback if he doesn't get hurt in that game.
Yeah, it's very possible.
He went on to a very successful NFL career, like I think he played 8 years in the league.
Yeah, it was as a receiver, but still, I mean,
Yeah, I think he could have been just an awesome. He was the exact quarterback that they wanted that time, like a dual threat guy, a thrower who's mobile, and he was very talented. But like when people say stuff like Notre Dame hasn't won anything, they only beat service academies. Like, remember, they beat Indiana, then they beat Georgia, then they beat Penn State, all in a row. Before that Indiana game, they beat USC. If you want to call that a good team or not, but like those are 4 quality wins. You ran into a juggernaut Ohio State in the championship game. There was no one that was going to beat that team.
well, it's like I said,
That's not true when people say Notre Dame hasn't beat anybody. They beat good teams.
so the people that do that, they're just being retarded, and they're just trying to. They can't. It's like they run out of stuff to talk shit about.
Yeah.
So they're that record that's on repeat with the same stupid crap, just like the conference stuff. Join a conference. So okay, we know what would happen if we joined a conference. Let's say we stick with the contract and join the ACC full time. You know what it would then be? It'd then be, oh well, the ACC's weak. Of course you won that conference. And if we
Jay Love's at the game.
Nice. But also,
did you see he was wearing a jacket with his comic book on the inner liner of it?
I did catch that.
Yeah, man. I like things the way they are now. I mean, there's pros and cons to this NIL and all these players making money, but like everyone had swag last night and the night before. There was one dude, his last name was Reese, and he had like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups inner liner jacket, and they're all dripped out with necklaces, and they look really good. Like it's kind of cool to see. I remember when I was a kid watching the draft, and it was very straight laced and very professional. And it's fun now.
Yeah, it was between Pat and Daryl LaMonica. Yeah, I'm that old. I was a junior in high school when that game happened. 2002. Daryl LaMonica, I don't even remember him.
So I asked my cardiologist about anxiety.
Yeah, that was before my time too. I have LaMonica cards, like trading cards. I collect Notre Dame cards. I got a lot of Daryl and a lot of those guys back then, but that's what I know them from because I don't watch those games. If you can find the games, I don't watch them. I just know their names are on plaques in the Goog and their names are on the Heisman trophies, but I've never seen them actually play the game.
Oh, any game you want, it's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I like the way, it's funny. I think a lot of people prefer the game that they grew up watching when they were about junior high and high school because Notre Dame has had some very, very good wide receivers, good players, but my favorite wide receiver is Joey Getherall, and it's because I grew up watching him. It was that formative time when I watched Joey and I met Joey, and he's my favorite.
Oh,
but they've had more talented players, better players, but like that's when I was watching. That's when I became a fan. Said like that's my guy.
That guy was so fearless.
Yeah, he was like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, he was a short guy, but just the impact that he had and his speed, it was unbelievable. And we've actually tried to get him on here to do a show with us, but see, he's a police officer now, and he has a family, and so his time is pretty well wrapped up.
Yeah,
but we've tried.
Which he certainly has been this week after the draft, going to Arizona yesterday.
Can you see the stadium there?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good turnout for a spring game. I don't know if you've seen many or any spring games.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's stadium. Pretty good. Some teams do better than this, but not a lot.
Well, it's just the fact that it's spring and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Half full is good for a spring game.
Yeah. Well, and it's just Yeah, a lot of other sports going on too. So yeah, this is a good turnout, and it says a lot about the hype. And I'll say this too, since that douchebag that was on here before was talking shit. Yeah, we know the schedule's not as good, but you have to remember too, these schedules are set up like 8 years in advance. Wisconsin, they were vying for the Big Ten championship every year. Purdue wasn't as bad as they are now. The ACC was a lot stronger than what it was today. And is it our fault that USC pushed out?
Even that narrative has been twisted and spun. I see online people saying Notre Dame chickened out of that, but that
They,
just goes to show you can convince people of anything because that's not what happened.
well, when you're there you go, a nice little slant.
Nice.
I love plays like that when they work.
Look at this. Do you see that big dude, number 0, Tion Gray, defensive lineman wearing number 0? I love it. 330 pounder.
Well, Lewis Nix wore number 1.
That's right. That's right. Irish chocolate. I think I read one time that he thought it number 1 was a slimming number because it's just a straight down. He was a character, man. He's a funny dude.
Oh yeah. See, all right, now those are the kind of hard nosed runs I like to see.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say?
You're gonna say something about Big Lou?
No, not Big Lou.
Are you gonna say something about this number 0 Tion Gray? No, 330-pound D lineman wearing 0. I love that.
Going back to USC, what actually happened?
Yeah.
What actually the whole USC situation was about? And yes, when it's a Notre Dame hater, they'll jump all over it. They'll believe whatever. But the whole USC thing what that was about is they basically wanted. Well, you know how the schedule with USC goes. It's they play them Thanksgiving weekend when it's at USC, and then when it's at Notre Dame, it's usually in October.
Yeah, when it's cold.
Well, they wanted to play. Like they wanted to, no matter if it was at home or at USC, they wanted to play the game to like start the year in week 0.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was it.
Comment on that. So there's stipulations if you want to play week 0. You have to meet certain criteria if you want to play that week, and also Notre Dame's schedule is already set. So this Shamrock series is going to be played September 6th. Like everything is set. Now you want to move. Now you want to move that game from where it was. Now you want to play it week 0. So like Notre Dame's got to move everything around. Everything is geared towards this September 6th opener against Wisconsin at Lambeau.
Yeah.
USC knew, in my opinion, but USC knew Notre Dame was going to say no to this. So what they did was they were like, well, what can we do to save face to make Notre Dame say no? Well, agree to play them, but make them agree to some ridiculous stipulation. Make them agree to play week 0. They already have everything set. They didn't want to play Notre Dame. They knew Notre Dame would have to say no.
Yeah. So they know the trickery and the bullshit involved.
But if you're not afraid of Notre Dame, just play them. They don't want to lose to them because they want to schedule their way into success.
Yeah, but no, people want to make fun, say that about our schedule and call it weak and say that we're doing the same thing. It's like no, our schedules were set.
Yeah. And this year it is weak, but you know what? If they win all their games, they're going to be in the playoff. And
well, it's like I said. Let me bring the schedule up real quick.
Yeah, they open with Wisconsin, Rice, Michigan State.
Oh, you got
Purdue. Yeah, Purdue, North Carolina, Stanford, BYU. Then they have an off week. October 24th, they're off. Then they play Navy, then Miami. They're one tough game. Then Boston College, and then SMU, which I don't think will be close, but SMU's good. They're not great. They're good.
It's going to be pretty good.
SMU and Miami, those are the tough games. Everything else is going to be a win.
And BYU's not going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, I guess they are. BYU's ranked 11. They're ahead of SMU. I don't think they're better than Notre Dame.
But let me just say this, with the exceptions of like Rice and I don't know, if you want to rip on the service academies, go ahead. But like 8-9 years ago, that would have been a pretty decent schedule. It's
Wisconsin. Wisconsin's usually good. Michigan State has been traditionally tough. Stanford, they haven't been good for a while, but they used to be good when that was a good rivalry. So, SMU, Miami, BYU, Michigan State, and Wisconsin. You put 4 tough teams on the schedule, and then 2 of them end up not being good. That would be the benefit of being in a conference, though, because when one team in the conference is down, usually the other ones, they kind of pick up the slack. But my thing is if you're gonna be a California school and play in the Big Ten, then no one forced you to join the Big Ten.
No.
If you want to go out to Maryland, play an away game, then come home, play a home game, then go out to Wisconsin and play an away game, then come home, you're traveling thousands of miles because of a decision you made for money. That's your problem. And people yell at Notre Dame why don't you join a conference? Well, why would we do that? That's ridiculous. Why would you put yourself at a disadvantage for money?
Well, this is what a lot of dumbasses don't do their research on. We tried to join the Big Ten. Well, it wasn't called the Big Ten at that point, back in the 20s.
Yeah.
I think it was just called the West Coast Conference or something like that. We tried to join, and 3 different times. They told us no.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have been in a conference all these decades later. So, but hey, they told us no. So why would we want to start joining one now?
Yeah, it's been said about 100 times, but Notre Dame should stay independent until they're forced to do something.
Yeah, until it's
the day they're forced to do something. And you know what? I think they'll still have their pick. The day that they're forced to join, I think they could still pick whatever conference they want to go to. Don't settle for the ACC if the ACC is going to crumble.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking. I mean, I'm no expert, but everyone the ACC is falling apart. Florida State wants out. I think Clemson and Florida State are holding that thing together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't jump into that. And if they offer you the chance for your other non-football sports to be in why wouldn't you say yes? Hey, here's everything. Here's all benefit and no cons. Everyone would say yes to that. People are just upset that it's not their school that's being offered it.
There's a couple comments I wanted to address here. So JF Pre says NIL, there should be a cap by position. Examples: $500,000 for a quarterback, $450,000 for a wide receiver per year. Not a fan of millions being thrown around. I don't even necessarily like the idea of hundreds of thousands being thrown around. I mean, I understand these guys, because not all these guys have money when they get to college.
Mm-hmm.
They don't all come from wealthy families. But if they want to have some money just to be able to, go have a decent meal or have some fun, go see a movie or whatever, then I'm cool with that. But yeah, paying a teenage kid millions of dollars, that's a recipe for disaster for numerous reasons.
Yeah, the more the time goes by, the more my opinions kind of shift on that. But
I'm the same way.
I'm more concerned with the transfer rules than how much money you can make, because I think you in a free market you should get what they're willing to pay you. But what you should not be allowed to do, in my opinion, is transfer 4 times, take 4 lump sums. Each school you go to, you take another $2 million, and then you don't have to pay it back. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
There's no way those credits are transferring. There's no way you're a student athlete anymore. You're just an athlete. You're not a student. You're not going to graduate.
I don't like this idea of transferring that many times. There's got to be a limit on that too.
I mean, for their own good, for their sake of their education, that you should get one transfer. And then if you want to transfer again, you got to sit out, like the way it was.
Yeah, because I just it's getting ridiculous. All these guys that transfer, I don't know how many times. Because there's got to come a time where you have to learn about loyalty at some point.
Yeah, or I mean, yeah. Like I said, my thing is the college credits aren't going to transfer from school to school. And at some point, if you've transferred 4 times, you've decided I don't care about my education.
Yeah.
And there should just be rules against it. It's not within the integrity of the game, like the way that this was designed to be set up. You're supposed to go to the school and stay eligible, and then you get to play football for that school. It shouldn't be.
Well,
Remember,
of course.
the Ohio State quarterback, I forget his name. He played like 3 games. He won him a national championship. And he said, I'm not here to play school. I'm here to play football," when they were asking him about going to class.
Fields?
No, it was before him. It'll come to me. He was a big, strong guy, and he wasn't even the starter. Their starter went down, and then he came in. He played 3 or 4 games and won him a national championship.
Okay, I'm drawing a blank. I know who you're talking about.
Cardale Jones was his name.
That's it. That's right.
"I ain't here to play school," was his quote. "I ain't come here to play school. I'm here to play football." Like, that's crazy.
Well, what's so stupid about a comment like that is, all right, what are you gonna do when your football playing days are over? Because you're not gonna play the game forever.
I know.
Because that's the thing. Our old friend, the late great Big Ball Daddy, he had a former Tennessee player on his show named Chris Treese, and this guy summed it up perfectly about today's college football. You have a lot of guys who are more in love with the attention than they are the game.
Yeah.
Because that's why I think you see guys transfer 3 or 4 times, because they get all that love from being recruited out of high school. Well, when they decide to transfer, they get that love again.
Yeah.
Okay. Smart pass. There you
Kevin
go.
Fitzgerald, freshman. They got a lot of talent in that wide receiver room, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got Plexico Burris' kid, Larry Fitzgerald's kids we just saw, Jordan Faison, Cam Williams. What's the story on Great House? Is he hurt?
I don't know, man. He came on so strong at the end of 04. I thought he was going to be a Bolitnikoff winner this last year, and he's didn't really pan out.
It's like he's just disappeared.
Yeah.
But answering a couple comments here. Notre Dame 2164 longtime viewer says, we keep getting told to join a conference, but most of what makes our schedule weaker from year to year is our ACC games.
Yeah, thank you. That is such a great point. Like, if we're in the ACC, it would make our strength of schedule worse.
And that's what I've always said to the haters that always say, join a conference. Why? So we can beat up on the bottom feeders of the conference? That's what's going to impress you? No.
Yeah. Let's go play Maryland and Wake Forest. And
so we
that's so different than playing Purdue. And Purdue's a traditional rival. It's a lateral move.
And really, when you think about it, in the Big 12 and the Big 10, SEC is a lot stronger. I don't doubt that. But what, aside from
look! I'm gonna look right here. Look at these guys, like father, like son. You looking at this graphic?
Oh, I'm watching it,
dude. All right, sorry,
man. See, that's what you love to see, the legacy. And if that legacy transfers over into talent, look out.
They understand the value. See them around campus. They want to be here. And I hope that these guys,
man, I've been looking for Keon Keeley. Is he playing today, or I haven't seen him? He wears 11, but I haven't seen him on the field.
Yeah, Bryce Young. That's a kid who's been making some plays. Speaking of the father-son category.
Yeah, I was reading that they were considering moving him, like not off the line, but they were going to put him outside or something.
Well, like an edge rusher.
Yeah, I guess
I
I
thought
guess
he
he's a freak athlete.
They keep it in the hands of Wall, who's had a ton of touches so far on this drive. He's got enough.
Yeah, he switched to number 95 like his dad. I think he wore I think he wore 35 last year or some double digit.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but JF Priest here has another good point. 2028 Notre Dame schedule: Arkansas, Texas, Clemson, Auburn, Miami. Are they going to be saying the schedule's weak then?
There's no way to know. Like, you know what's crazy? Like, those teams could all be down that year. It's so far off. They could all be bad.
Yeah,
you don't know.
It is still a couple years away.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter. That the haters, they're not going to give Notre Dame respect no matter what the Irish do.
Did you see that check down? So he looked to the right. It wasn't there. And then he went to Burris on the backside. That was his second read, and he threw a perfect ball.
What a catch, too. Perfect ball.
Here, watch this replay if they show it. He looks. Oh, they didn't show it.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, he wanted 11 there in the corner of the end zone. He had to come back to Burgess and threw a perfect ball.
What a catch.
Oh, there's Keedron Young. He's not playing.
Because Keedron Young, I've heard so many good things about him.
Now we got Eric Schmidt kicking the extra point.
It's good. That's what I like to see.
Right. All right. Yeah, they're not going to show it, but
well, the check down.
He took the snap and he looked to his right, and it wasn't there, and then he came back to the left and threw a perfect ball. That was impressive.
Well, I saw what you were talking about.
Yeah, it was a good play.
Very good. See, this gets me fired up, man. I just cannot wait till August. I mean, I know we got a whole summer to enjoy. There's baseball. For me, there's also the United Football League, but college ball is where it's at for me.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, and I'm a Cubs fan. The Cubs are on a 10-game win streak right now. But I'm more. It's crazy. I'm more excited for college football than I am that. That's messed up.
Dude, all I ever wait for is college football. I'll watch I watch NFL when college isn't on. Yeah, I'm all about college football.
It's just, even with the landscape changing and the additions of the NIL and the transfer portal, it still has that feel of. Some people will disagree with me on this, but my older brothers put it to me the best one time. First off, they were at that 93 or not 93, that 92 Boston College game where they filmed the scenes for the movie Rudy.
Yeah.
They were in the stands for that game. So they were at that game. And then, see, I have family in the Indianapolis area. My uncle got him tickets to the Colts game the next day. And they said, okay, we're watching pro athletes and this is cool and all that, but it just didn't have the same feel as the college game did the day before. And they actually left that game early at halftime.
Really?
Yeah. Now, again, maybe not everybody shares my enthusiasm for that aspect of it. But, yeah, I look forward to the Bears every weekend as well during the college football season, or college football, the football season. But it's just, I look forward.
There he was. I think I just saw Keon. Sorry to interrupt you. Keon's on the field.
No, you're good. Flag on the play. Isn't it funny how that works? I mean, Keon backs out on us to go to Alabama, and now 2 years later he's back with us where he started. I mean, I'm not talking on the
Yeah.
field, as far as commitment goes.
I think he let people talk him into the idea that he wasn't smart enough to go to Notre Dame, which is nonsense.
Yeah.
Someone got in his ear and told him, you can't make it at Notre Dame. You're not smart enough. But that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
He's right back. He's right where he should be.
What goes through your head when you think about that?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that there aren't schools that don't make exceptions. I mean, I don't know what his grades were like in high school, but they wouldn't, Notre Dame wouldn't let him in if he didn't have some smarts.
Yeah. And they still, now more than in the past, but you can get into Notre Dame if you're a good football player. I mean, you have to graduate high school, but you don't have to do what other students have to do that don't play football. They'll get you in. You're gonna have to go to class, but they'll get you in.
This Graham that transferred from Ohio State, I cannot wait to see him in action when the season gets here. Because it sounds like him and CJ from practice have a really good rapport.
Good. I just saw number 38, Tommy Paulus. Remember Ron Paulus?
I got my picture taken with him when I was a kid.
With Ron?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. His son's on the team. I forgot. He came in as a quarterback. They moved him to linebacker.
Well, he had another son.
Dude. Oh, yes. That was awesome.
Wow.
Great play. That's heads up by Snead, man. That bounced all over the place. That's why you do that tip drill. Remember the tip drill from high school?
Oh, yeah.
That's why you do it. Look at these guys.
It's like
that Zero's a big boy, dude. Look at him. Monster. He's already tired.
And all I know is don't
hit him in the hand.
Well, that looked like it got tipped too a little bit.
Yep, that's that tight end number 7, Ty Washington.
Oh yeah, from that came from Arkansas.
So Ty, it went off his hand.
A pick's gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
because that still was a pretty nice ball.
Yeah, my coach used to tell me if you can get your hands on it, you can catch it. If you can touch it, you can catch it. Which I never really agreed with because like if it's getting your fingertips, but like if the ball hits you in the hand, you should catch it. Is what he used to tell us.
I played on the line, so I was never once told that. So
all you got to do is put your hands up and get it tipped. Guys behind you'll do the rest.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about this Mike Vrabel thing?
What's all going on with it?
Mike Vrabel's in some hot water with a reporter. They're like tracking this. There's people speculating he's been having an affair with his wife for 6 years with Diana Rossini, one of these ESPN reporters. And I can't get enough. It's the saga of it is just hilarious. But this woman's got like a 5-year-old son named Mike with her husband, who's not Mike Vrabel. People are just having a field day with it.
Mike and Mike.
People are saying they need a DNA test.
Oh boy. I don't know what else can be said. There's something wrong at home. I'm not saying that's fact. I'm not. But if he is banging this reporter, then well, clearly he's not. There's something at home that he's not getting.
Sure, there's pictures of them kissing and on vacation together, so they are. It's pretty clear what's happening, but the story is just so funny to me.
Yeah,
man. What do you think about the defensive coordinator this year and the defense and the scheme? You think we're going to see fast start out the gate, or are we going to lose another 2 games?
I was going to mention that with Chris Ash, it's just hard to imagine that 2 and 3 games in last year, we were ready for him to get the axe. But now, once they got to that the third game against Purdue and then Arkansas, I just kept going up and up and up and up.
Oh, there's Tommy Powlison on that tackle.
So it's like now, like down the stretch of the season, Ash saved his ass. Say that 5 times fast. Ash
Yeah.
saved his ass.
You
And
know
now,
what?
and now there's high expectations.
Yeah. I think what happened was they just weren't ready to run his defense game 1, and it really showed. Nice ball.
Nice
Ball.
The future right here.
Well, that was Grubbs. Good ball.
Noah Grubbs to Devin
Very
Fitzgerald.
good pass. He was locked on him the entire time, and he threw a perfect pass. That was broken coverage.
Well, that's
46, 48. You can't have make a linebacker cover over the top. That was going to be a touchdown the whole way.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, the quarterback has got to take advantage of that, and he did.
Yeah, perfect ball. Good pass. Who kicked that one? 38. Oh, no. Jasper Scaife didn't kick that extra point. They're letting everybody kick.
Yeah, it's like battle it out. Who wants to kick bad for this team?
Yeah, well, kicking game's much better so far. Yeah, but I think if Chris Ash doesn't put a good product on the field, he's gonna. I think he probably should be gone with how much talent he has. He came in, he didn't have to rebuild anything. He was handed the keys to a sports car. They were primed and ready, and then they go out and they just get absolutely throttled by A&M's offense, who wasn't a world beater. That shouldn't have happened.
No.
But if you win one of those 2 games, you're in the playoff and one of the best teams down the stretch. I think Notre Dame would have beat Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
But you screwed yourself by losing those 2 games. It's your own fault.
And that A&M game, we had people like to blame it on Buckner and the snap. No, we had many chances to win it before then, and we couldn't finish.
Yeah, look at the final score. You had to make one stop. Right? That was crazy. And that last touchdown pass there at the end, they earned that because that was a very difficult play. 41-40.
Well, and
how many points are you going to let them score? 40. You let them score 41 points, you're going to lose the game.
Well, and it shouldn't have happened because their offensive tackle tackled our guy.
Yes, he did. There's a lot of missed calls throughout the game, though. I mean, I've seen that played back and freeze framed, and you don't catch them all. That's why you don't put it in the ref's hands. But like I'm saying, if you let a team score 41 points on you,
yeah, it's
they're going to lose.
You can't give up that many points and expect to win.
Yeah, you can't. If you score 40 points, you should win the game. You should win any game if you score 40 points. If you can't beat a team by scoring 40 points, you have a defensive problem. And I think Chris, I'm optimistic that Ash has it figured out. Because if he doesn't, here he is. Let's see what he's got to say.
Just knowing the guys, knowing their strengths and weaknesses are, where they're at mentally, things that we need to work on to help them improve. That's really the biggest difference.
It's always a big nothing sandwich. They never say anything profound.
Relationship with in the past. I give a lot of credit to our players. Our players spend a lot of time getting to know the new coaches, build chemistry with them, building the relationship based on trust. So when we got out here to play ball, they could get coached better.
You talked to us yesterday about your ongoing chess match with CJ Carr. What stands out about it today?
CJ, the competitor. CJ, very smart. It takes a lot for us to fool. Okay. He's really good at picking up tips and tendencies.
I think CJ Carr is going to be our next legendary quarterback here. Like Brady Quinn status after this season, people are going to know him.
Oh, yeah. with the way he's been playing so far, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
From those younger players in your defense.
Yeah, we're just trying to make sure guys can line up and can communicate, can adjust, and who can go out there and play fundamentally sound and make some plays.
Continue to grow in your relationship with Marcus Freeman throughout the last few months.
Well, Marcus does a great job as the head coach, leading the culture, setting the standard, and we just talk all the time about what it looks like and what we need to do.
Looks like Xavier Watts.
Yeah.
I wonder if those are the freshmen back there or something.
Players on the sideline.
Oh no, those were former players. Yeah, it looked like Xavier back there.
Yeah, I would say that looked just like him. So it's got to be guys that are visiting.
Yeah, I like that they do that now. Former players, they tell stories. Brian Kelly didn't do that. He didn't embrace the history of Notre Dame, and
It was all business.
Marcus Freeman really has. He brings his stars back. Got him. He's got J Love on the sideline, Xavier Watts on the sideline. All these, and then you got these legacy guys. You should use every advantage that you have.
One of the coolest things I saw was one year for the blue and gold game. They had honorary coaches. Lou Holtz was on one side, and then I think it was Ara Parsegian on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you want to talk about bringing guys back and really embracing the history, that was it right there.
Yeah. Yep. Men of a certain age that are Notre Dame fans. Lou will always have a special place. He was the last great one to do it there at Notre Dame until we get another national championship. But it was more than just about winning. You talk to, or I don't talk to his players, but you watch interviews with his former players. They loved that man, and he loved them, and he wanted the best for them. And he built good men. And,
Yeah.
And then he was a national champion. But all if you played for him, he was going to mold you into a great man, and he was a great man, and he's going to be very missed. He was one of the best to ever do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he built that trust with those guys, and when he said to them, "I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna do everything I can for you," he meant it. Now, it might not have always been the easiest path, and they had to learn the hard way, but still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stories that we've heard since he passed away, like with what Aaron Taylor was talking about. Did you hear that one?
No. Well, I may have. What did he say?
When Aaron Taylor was there was a time of practice where Aaron Taylor let a walk-on guy beat him on the inside and end up taking down the running back behind, like 4 yards behind the line. So Lou's like, "Hey, Aaron Taylor, you get out of there right now. I want to show you something." And the backup comes in. He's like, "No, don't back up. You stay out too. You're not worth a shit either." So the right tackle moves inside. He moves inside. He's like, "No, don't move it inside. Play where you're supposed to play. Run the play." Anyway, run the play. Same thing happens. Running back gets killed. His message was this: "You see what happens, Aaron Taylor, when you don't make your assignments? Everything blows." I could be using the wrong words, but he's like, "It's the same thing going to happen when you make that mistake." And that was his way of teaching them responsibility and accountability of when you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, doesn't matter how talented you are. If you're the third string or you're Aaron Taylor, if you line up wrong, you're going to lose.
Yeah. Or if you're getting beat on the inside by a walk-on, which should not be happening. But one of the best stories that I've heard was there were two stories. Did you hear the Pete Bavacqua Heart of a Lion story?
No.
So Pete Bavacqua was on an interview, and he was actually a walk-on punter for Lou Holtz back in the early 90s. And there was a speaking engagement where a friend of his, Lou Holtz was a speaker, his friend was at this, and his friend said to Lou Holtz, "Pete Bavacqua wanted me to tell you hello." And Lou says, "Oh, that Pete Bavacqua, he had the heart of a lion." Well, all these years later, Pete was doing some golf show, like a golf podcast, and he had Coach Holtz on to talk to him, and he says to him, "Coach, I remember that hard, and he tells him the whole story. And he's like, that meant so much of my life. That really impacted me. And he said that Coach Holtz just started laughing. And he's like, what's up, Coach? And Coach Holtz said, listen, Pete, when somebody brings up a player to me and I have no idea who that player is, I just say they have a heart of a lion. And he's like, oh, Coach, I wish you hadn't told me that.
I lived my whole life based on that.
Yeah. But Coach Holtz says, well, I can't say they were overly fast because the player could be a 300-pound offensive lineman. And I can't say they were overly strong because they could be the field goal holder. But I can always say heart of a lion no matter who it was.
It's funny.
Got a sack on the play.
Yeah.
But a real funny story was in the late 80s, early 90s. I forget exactly when this was, but Todd Monken, who is now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, he was a grad assistant at Notre Dame in the late 80s, early 90s under Rick Minter's son, Jesse. And there was this one day that Monken decides he's going to brown nose Lou Holtz and schmooze him over. So after practice, he says, hey, Coach, I'm going to Wendy's. Do you want anything? So Coach Holtz says, yeah, I have a chicken sandwich and some chocolate chip cookies. So he goes to Wendy's, gets the food, comes back, gives the food to Coach Holtz, and Coach is looking through the bag, and he looks up and says, hey, Todd, where are the chocolate chip cookies? And Monken says to him, well, they didn't have any, Coach. And Lou looks at him with a straight face and says, the whole city? So it's like, Coach Holtz wants his chocolate chip cookies. You better put some damn.
Go to the next restaurant.
Yeah. Or go to the store and get him a pack of Chips Ahoy. I don't know.
Well, he's coming back here without my cookies.
Because at that time, Lou Holtz is winning a national championship, winning major bowl games. Whatever he wants, he gets.
It's heated. Ping pong is a big deal, and he even talked about it. And for me, who's the best ping pong player? But it's
Cam Williams with the catch. Oh, there's Ian.
I will say with Ian Book, he was such a surprise.
Yeah.
Just because Brian Kelly straight up said it that Ian was brought in to specifically be their backup quarterback. And he ends up being a 3-year starter.
Well, yeah, but who was he came in for the number 7 quarterback. I forget his name. Yeah. Wimbush was supposed to be a dude. He was supposed to be the next Brady Quinn, and he wasn't.
No.
So I remember Ian Book came into that Citrus Bowl game against LSU, and he won that game.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, like, this is our guy. Like, this is going to be the guy for Notre Dame. And after that game, Wimbush it was Ian's team from then on.
And what's really amazing to me is everybody shit on Book so bad. So many people just shit on him horribly. I'm like, what's wrong with Ian Book? I mean, he played well for us. I'm not saying he was going to be Joe Montana or anything, but what more do you want out of the kid?
Yeah, I think he maximized his talent, and he maximized himself at Notre Dame. He did the absolute most that he was capable of, and he just got the most out of himself and that team. And to expect more from a man than they're capable of doing is just not reasonable. I agree with you. He did everything he was capable of doing and more. He was a great quarterback for that team. And he's not Joe Montana. He's Ian Book, and he played as well as he could play, and he won a lot of games.
Yeah, he
he
did.
did a lot for the school. People wanted him to win the national championship. Well, there was no beating that Alabama team.
Yeah, I'll never understand the fans sometimes. I don't know. It's like doing this for how long has it been now? This is like my 16th year of doing YouTube in general,
Mm-hmm.
and even before YouTube, what a lot of fans say, and how like the stupid things that I've heard over the years, it's just insane.
Yeah, they wanted. I mean, what year was that? That was it was the Rose Bowl game. It must have been 20, 21, I think, when Ian Book played against Alabama, and it was just clear Alabama was better. 31-14, but yeah, they wanted Ian Book to go out and beat Mac Jones and Najee Harris and Devontae Smith and
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it was
world beaters.
a-
Like, you were never going to win that game, no matter how well you played. You're Ian Book, but
it was a 2021 season. It's
yeah,
2020/21 season, because it was the COVID year and then it went into 2021.
yeah. You just expected too much out of Ian Book. He was a great Notre Dame quarterback. And I think CJ Carr's got it in to be better, much better.
So impressed with the way he has molded this program into a national championship contender. The culture seems so strong under Marcus Green. There's no doubt. I agree with you.
And Notre Dame football has been killing it, man. We're getting accustomed to success, I think, now, but just look how close they've been. They played for the national championship these 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You lost 2 games this last year, but I think if they get into the playoff, they surprise a lot of people.
Well, last
They're
year,
right there. They're in very good shape. The program's very strong right now, and
yeah.
I think they have a legitimate shot to win the national championship this year.
I mean, last year 4 points away, but still, though, I agree. I agree with them. And I'm not saying this to be a Homer fan. I'm saying this because they had a legit gripe or a legit reason to be pissed off with the committee, because for 5 weeks you have them in, but then you pull back at the last minute.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone says. Alabama did not deserve to be in the playoff.
No.
Because
No, they didn't.
But people say, well, they played in the conference championship game. Yeah, and they got their shit pushed in by Georgia. They got 18 yards of total offense.
They were in that game, but they didn't really play. They were terrible. Like you said, how many yards did they run for?
18. 18 rushing yards. But people are like, well, it doesn't matter. They played the conference. So what? They played and lost.
Yeah.
So you now reward teams for losing? Are you kidding me?
Always has something important to say.
Yeah, they only had 18 rushing yards more than all the other teams who didn't play in the game. Like, that's pathetic.
So that's
for 18 yards.
That's where I just wish, haters, you hate Notre Dame, that's fine, but just tell the truth. Just say, well, no, don't say it's because they didn't earn it. Don't just say just say that you don't want them in because you hate them. Just tell the freaking truth.
Yeah.
Now,
the year Notre Dame played Ohio State for the national championship, I wanted Texas to beat Ohio State in that semi because I didn't want to play Ohio State. I could admit that. I would have much rather played Texas.
Well, I'll say this. Even though we lost to Ohio State and it was really, really bad to start, they did a nice job making a comeback.
Yeah, but I think they have a much better shot against Texas. I think you could beat that Texas team. I think you could, if you played that Ohio State team maybe 10 times, you could win a few of those, but that team was very, very good.
Yeah.
You're going to have a hard time beating them more than 2 or 3 times out of 10.
Absolutely. I agree.
But that Texas team, I think Notre Dame was better than that Texas team. I would have. So, I wanted Texas to knock them off, and then it didn't happen. But I can admit that. I don't want to play Ohio State. They're really, really good. And
I have a good feeling we would have beaten that Texas team.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, who's this number 19? We got Logan Saldate. All right.
Our colleague on here, Ryan Frabell of Zero Productions.
Yeah,
he actually was able to interview Logan Saldate before he came to Notre Dame.
Oh, I didn't see that. Did you see the interview?
Yeah, I did.
Did
I
you say
actually
anything interesting?
well, I asked. There wasn't many people watching it, but I was able to ask a question. And Ryan relayed it to him, and I just asked him what it was like, being a kid that's heavily scouted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how do you deal with all that noise and just kind of escape it? And
Mm-hmm.
he said, like, I just will go get a workout in and just try to block it all out and live my life.
Yeah. That's
Because
harder to do these days with all the social media. Everyone's got 4 or 5 social media apps right on their phone.
yeah, I mean, I can understand wanting to put yourself out there, but you got to step away from it.
I mean, depending on how you do it, if you have your notifications on, anyone with a social media account can just say any ignorant thing they want to you at any time. If you're on there, everyone has access to you. So you got to really be careful about if you're going to be on there so much, because there's so much negativity.
Well, we experienced that once already to start the stream, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Yes, when you're in the spotlight, yeah, you have to be ready for it, but that doesn't mean you have to take everything either.
Yeah. I
But
agree.
it's just like you think about it. Long before social media, if you wanted to say anything to anybody, you had to say it to their face. But
Yeah.
now it's so easy to just create a fake name and say whatever you want because there's no consequences. Because it's not like look that Jerry guy that showed up earlier. It's not like I'm going to go find out where he lives and go beat the crap out of him.
Things like that though.
You can't do it.
I would talk to him about that. Like if he wants to come in good faith and talk about how the schedule's poor, I don't mind talking to him about that. Or we could address like how Notre Dame doesn't play anybody, or
Well, they
how
don't.
we haven't won anything. But like,
Well, I invited the guy to come on here. You saw that.
yeah, but
He
Notre
didn't-
Dame has won some big. They've lost a lot of big games, and they've won some big games. Like they haven't won the national championship, but how many teams can say they have?
Right. Well, the thing is, I know people like that guy. They don't want to. They just want to run their mouth and hide and know that you can't do anything about it except block them.
Yeah.
But they don't. But nobody wants to. These clowns that spout all the join the conference and you haven't won anything. You can only beat the military academies. Blah 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 blah. They're not out to be serious.
But if they were though, I'd have that conversation about joining a conference because
I'd want to. I would seriously want.
I'll entertain that conversation. There's more reason to stay independent if you're Notre Dame than there is to join a conference. And until that changes, I don't think you should.
No, but it's just.
Ooh.
Oh, that was close. That would have been a tough catch.
Yeah.
So great effort.
Adon Schuler. That's a dude.
Yeah,
Schuler and Schuler, those guys are gonna. I have high hopes for them. I think if potential turns into production this year, this team is going to be very, very good. There's so much talent. Good pass by Grubbs. Got it out to Curtis Smith. Freshman from South Bend, Indiana. Curtis Smith.
Not far to go. Just living down the road. But but here's the thing. Does Freeman have the same policy as Kelly did that you have to live in the dorms?
I don't know. Oh,
pick.
Yeah, we got a pick here. Grubbs threw his first pick to Ethan Long, freshman safety out of Connecticut.
Good play, kid. Grubbs, don't worry about it. Plenty more to go. Plenty more pass attempts to go.
He just stepped right in front of that. That's a good play. Oh, he didn't even see him there.
No.
Threw it right to him. Good catch. Good play. I like the defense so far, man.
I do too. And this is just what I like about, the spring game and practices. People used to throw they used to get all worried about all the picks that were thrown in practice. Well, that's why it's called practice.
Yeah,
As long as it doesn't happen in the game, I'd rather have it happen in practice than the game.
Yeah, and like I think a mentality some quarterbacks will take in practice is there's even drills that say this. Like there's drills where it's a one-on-one drill and you must throw the ball. You can't take a sack and you can't throw it away, which is good because you want to give your defender some work. So in these practice or this blue and gold game, you might as well try and fit something in there.
Yeah, I agree. That's good coaching. That's a good idea to do that. I agree.
But on this one, I don't think he saw him. I think he thought he was wide open. It looked like it anyway. He tried to hit him in stride.
Well, and the thing is, it doesn't help that
Ethan Long just jumped in front of it.
Yeah, and listen, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they know better. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't help either when you got blue and white jerseys on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that's your team.
It's striped.
He's wearing a Notre Dame jersey. How was I supposed to know?
It's the final drive of the blue gold game. Some accounting has been done. The game is
this is it, huh?
Yep.
No props as a quarterback, and we'll see what they can put together.
Okay, so now we got. I don't even know who that is.
That quarterback?
Number 31. They gave it to number 31.
So it sounds like we're going deep on the depth chart now.
Yeah, I have the roster pulled up on the Notre Dame website. It says Xavier Southall, wide receiver. So I don't know if that was him.
Gadget player.
He was deep on the quarterback depth chart. He orchestrated the game-winning drive. He scored a touchdown on the final play of the game. He, of course, played a huge role in Notre Dame's run to the championship game a couple of years back. He, of course, has transferred, had some success.
They're talking about Steve Angeli right now. I have a jersey signed by Steve. I have the Notre Dame pinstripe Yankees Shamrock series.
Yeah,
and it says Notre Dame in script, and it's number 18 because that was the 2018 game.
Yeah,
which just happened to be Steve Angeli's number.
right.
So I wore that game to the to the bowl game down in El Paso a few years ago, and Steve started and just tore it up. And after the game, he signed the back. But I ironed on Angeli to the back of it, so now it's a Steve Angeli jersey. I went out and bought the letters and ironed it on. And I was standing up in the stands after the game with my back to him, and I was yelling over my shoulder like, Steve! And I was like pointing at it. And he's like, oh, dude, that's awesome. I was like, come sign my jersey. So I have him signed it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, and he was a really nice guy, and he signed autographs for people for like an hour on the field.
Well, I'm sure
he was having a great time at that game, and he played really well.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching it. I was watching it with my dad and my brothers.
It's a big play. Fourth down and 5.
This could be
Fourth down.
Could be the last play.
Yeah. Yeah, that is Southall. So he's listed as a wide receiver on the website. He must just be kind of a slasher or just an athlete back.
Oh, defense got the stop. So are they going to leave it at a tie, or are they going to?
He's going for it. That's a great tackle there.
Good tackle.
Very.
K.O. Kia, linebacker freshman. Man, there's a lot of freshmen playing today. I like it.
Oh, no. So Gold wins because they got a fourth down stop.
Look at him. Oh, a 2-point game.
Well, that should be it.
Here we go. Here we go. This is exactly what we wanted. Coming down to a kick. Spencer's going to kick it. They're going to give him a chance to come back and win it. He did it.
Oh, nice kick.
Dude, that's how you end a game right there.
Yes. So the blue wins.
Look at him. They're high-fiving him.
That's awesome.
I don't think there are any injuries, but you get out of this with no injuries and some good experience. And
Yeah.
the defense looked very good. They're in position. They're very athletic. They're fast. I thought CJ Carr played well. The other guys made some throws, but I didn't need to see a whole lot from CJ. But I think I saw what I wanted to see out of this. The improves probably be. I'd like to see the O line give a better push, but at the same time, the defensive line gave a good effort. So as I'm praising the defense, then I'm kind of saying, yeah, but the offense. So I thought it was a really good performance, and
Well, we
my
got
my confidence is very high for this season.
yes. I would like to see the running game a little better, but like I said, there's so much experimentation that goes on in these spring games.
Yeah,
I think we'll find that rhythm for the run game.
hmm
So yeah, you're just looking to see who your step up guys can be. Because behind Aeneas Williams, a lot of guys that are going to be fighting for
26 just crutched off the field. I saw. Who would that be? Chaz Smith, freshman corner, or it could have been Javion Osborne. Both freshmen. I think we're good. I'll check the injury report, but you get out of this game with no injuries, I call it a win.
Yeah. All right. Well, the game is over, but I'm going to stay on for another five minutes or so. Anybody watching, if you have any questions or comments, let's hear them now.
Areas of growth do you want to see from your team in the coming months?
I think every individual has to in their own self, and how do I get better as a player? That's going to help us get better as a team. Really own where we're at, find a way to create a process individually that's going to help you elevate to the next level, and we'll come together back this summer. We'll come together.
You know, while you wait for someone to come on, I want to say, like, I think Notre Dame's very lucky to have Marcus Freeman as their coach, and they should. He should be able to write his own ticket. He continues to win like this, but
Oh yeah,
everybody wants Marcus Freeman. We're fortunate to have him. He's one of the good ones.
You think about how his Notre Dame tenure started, with the loss to Marshall and all that. It felt like he was almost out the door, but now he's just turned it around so well and so unbelievable. So it's unbelievable.
Yeah. He's learned this is his first head coaching job, so he's learning how to be a head coach at Notre Dame. Like that doesn't happen. I mean, who did that? Everyone who's ever done it. I'm thinking back like Bob Davie wasn't a head coach until he got his first head coaching job at Notre Dame, and that didn't turn out.
Well, you know something, I think that's what the problem has been of why, like we had the 1988 comment and the easy schedule comment crap, blah, 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 blah. The reason why is there was a 15-year period, like from Bob Davie through Charlie Weiss, where they just could not figure it out. They didn't have the right formula. They couldn't evolve with today's game, and that's what I think cost us a lot.
Yeah, Jerry Faust. I think he was a high school coach.
Yeah, they brought him up from what was it? How do you say it? That Morrell High School, the big Catholic school in Ohio.
He's a big Notre Dame fan. He wasn't a college head coach and just didn't have success. Bob Davie, same thing, not a head coach, little success.
Well, that's the thing. Some guys are just better assistants than they are head coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, like what they should have done. Yeah. Now Jerry Faust, I think he could have been really good, but that's the mistake they made. Is they brought him up to be a head coach from the high school level. Yeah. Now if they had brought him up to be an assistant, then maybe he could have grown to be a good head coach at the collegiate level.
Mm-hmm. So, but to bring it back to Marcus Freeman, he's learning on the job. Like he's learning how to be a head coach at a school like Notre Dame. I think that was expected. I mean, we don't like to talk about in the moment it sucked, but it makes sense now. Like you're gonna make some mistakes because you never done this before, and this is as big as it gets, Notre Dame. Yeah, but I think we've got it figured out now. And I think we're very fortunate to have a coach like him, and we should just be grateful that he's here as long as however long he wants to stay is
Well,
icing on the cake. I
I
hope he
hope-
gets a national championship. I think he will.
he deserves it, and he just he's got to get the formula figured out 100% to get it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win one. I hope it's this year.
I think 2164 says I think they will figure the running game out. They are too talented at offensive line and running back not to have a good run game. Well, and also another thing too, and I know I said this already, but we know how good our defense is,
Mm-hmm.
and what better of a defense to warm up against?
Yeah.
You know, it just
One of the best defenses in the country. Notre Dame.
yeah. So now the wait till August starts.
Oh man, I want this season to start right now.
Yeah, I know. Me too, dude. Me too. But just got to take it week to week and enjoy what we have going on over the summer. So, but yeah, look, we've only got one person watching according to the counter. We had as high as 9 at one point. So I think it turned out to be pretty good.
Nice.
So, all right, guys. Well, I guess that's going to do it. So yeah, Tanner, it was quite a surprise to have you come on. Thanks for being here with me.
Yeah, dude, it was a good game. It was fun to watch it. It's fun to talk about it, and I like what I saw. I thought they played well. The defense looks really good. CJ Carr looks really good. Wide receivers, very talented. And the defense being as good as it is, it's hard to get a gauge of how good the offensive line is. But I'm going to stay positive. I think this team is going to be a special team.
Oh, I can't wait. And I don't care what the schedule looks like. I know it's not as strong as it could be, but it doesn't matter who you play. You still have to go out there and get the job done.
Yeah, you go out and win all your games, you'll be in the playoff. And
Yeah.
if you don't win all your games, you probably don't deserve it. So I think it'll all work itself out. I believe that.
Absolutely. All right. Well, this has been the spring game watch party. And on that note, I am Sean Moriarty.
I'm Tanner.
Good, as we always say, every video, even though it's not technically night. Good. Well, okay. All right. We'll change
Good
it.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. God bless and go Irish.
Go Irish.